That was a really terrible drum roll, but welcome back guys to episode number 13, which is unlucky for some but hopefully not unlucky for us today, of the Road to Glory. I have finally changed all the titles, I got around to it, of, well, not of any team, it's Sunderland at the moment, but it could not be. We could even get sacked today if it all goes wrong, as today, the job at hand is very, very simple. Well, it's not simple in what we've got to do, but understanding it is, we must win to guarantee safety. We can get a point, which I think should do it, as we play West Brom at home. The only game at the Stadium of Light our fans have got to get behind us. We've done well at home. And yes, this is how the league table sits. We've got Hull, who actually beat us in the last episode. Spoiler alert, but you should have seen it already. They beat us at our place. That's the worst game that we've actually had at the Stadium of Light. Cardiff, them two are already relegated. Sheffield Wednesday sit in 22nd, Middlesbrough in 23rd, and us in 20th. Derby are now safe, so there is 3 points, scrapping it out. And behind my head, you cannot really see it. I'll scroll as high as I can, but can't go any higher. Sheffield Wednesday play Brighton, top of the league, away from home. Actually, let's see if they are still top of the league. Yes, they are 100 points, so it's a big challenge for Sheff Wednesday, but still we can't confirm our safety unless Brighton win that in 90 minutes, as now Middlesbrough have Swansea at home. Swansea are, where is Swansea? They're in 13th, and we, of course, have West Brom, who are doing okay themselves, chasing that final playoff spot. They're in it at the moment, but they could get knocked out, although they've got 2 games left. So Sheffield Wednesday actually have 2 games left. I never noticed that. Who do they play first? They play Bristol City at home, who are in 10th. So Sheffield Wednesday, I would say, have got it the hardest. Although they've got a game extra, they have got the harder teams to play. Middlesbrough have it difficult, but of course they've got a point extra. And we've got it the easiest, but we're still possibly going to get relegated. And I really do not like the idea of us waiting on other teams' results. As one of you commented in the last video that I am always getting a tired team because I've got my players training every day, and yes, that's probably the reason, but I'm not going to stop that for now. I'm going to keep on going with it, then in the new season change it, try and up the ratings as much as I can at the end of this season, seeing as we've only got one more game. Sheffield Wednesday have played now, and they have actually lost their game to Bristol City, so it does come down to that last game, as if you look to the right hand side, just above me, Jonas Vind has won Player of the Month. Actually, how are Forest doing? Because they've escaped this zone without me, haven't they? They're up to 14th. They're doing a lot better. Unfortunately. Well, fortunately for you Nottingham Forest fans, should I say, but not for me, who of course had to lose my job for them to do well. Oh well, we're at Sunderland right now, and hopefully we can be above them next season, but we've got to be in this league as we play West Brom right here. And I'm going to go with, I think, the team that is on your screens right now. It's still got like a tired player in there, but I don't care. With Lee Burge in goal, Hunt, Wright, Doyle and Thompson as the back line. Valley, O'Nine, Smith and Josh Bowler are a little bit tired, but I'm going to just opt for him over Embleton for now, with Pritchard in cam and Ross Stewart up front. We must get the result right here. I don't want to be relying on other teams. Let's go out and get it. We're really going to go for this, and it might be really bad if we do beat West Brom, because that will drop them out the playoffs, which I feel a little bit harsh about, but I care more about ourselves, of course, with Daniel Fernandez in goal, Ethan Ingram, Cedric Kipre still there, Semi Ajayi the same, Dara O'Shea and Reach. That's a strong defence with Pedrinho and Alex Moa as the captain in midfield. Phillips, Diangana and Carlon Grant. They have kept the spine of their squad very strong. Lost Sam Johnson in that I see. And Connor Townsend, the ex-Grimsby left wing back. Got to get that in there. As this should be the only game of this episode as well, of course, as Jack Hunt. We get a tackle in straight away on our man, 6 minutes into this one, and they do have a corner that we've got to try and get rid of. It's going to be a header, Semi Ajayi, and it's fallen to him for him to stick it home. What is Lee Burge doing? I thought he'd had hands to that. He definitely touched it, didn't he? I have no idea how that's bobbled up for the defender. Let's have a replay. It is not the best of starts at all right here at home, but I need to see this again. Ajayi doesn't get it. Burge slaps at it, and then just Ajayi to tap it home. He should have caught that ball when he got 2 hands to it. He just literally taps it on the top. That is poor goalkeeping, and we've been made to pay. Not the best of starts at all, as now Luke 09 onto Corey Smith, out wide to Jack Hunt. Going to try and get at them a little bit more. Hunt to just cut inside right here, and he's going to pass it into Luke 09. 09 onto Stewart. Stewart's actually took 2 touches around men. That's really good work. Into Valley. Can we do something on our first attack? It's Valley with a shot. It was deflected. No hand on it. Sami Ajayi, the goal scorer, getting rid of it. As we're going to have a corner ball. I'm going to put it into this area. Bring Stewart out. And can he get his head on this? He can. And he can score the equaliser. 13 minutes into this big game. Both teams have the goals. But that's an important one because it's put us back in the game straight away. He hasn't done much this season, but he's done what he should. The tall man in the box, Ross Stewart, the striker, getting his head on it. Ingram just touches it once it's over the line, and no chance for the keeper. Hua Fernandez, more like, who are you? That's a good sign, having a point right now, because if the others aren't winning, both of them, of course, have got to be winning, they will be going down, so it's back level. But still, I would like 3 points. We might even, well, I don't think it's possible for us to go above 20th, although we might try. I think Derby were on 50 points and we were on 46, but we'll keep on marching on. As now Moa into Phillips, into Pedrinho. They're passing it around the two-man midfield, a little bit too much for my liking. Let's try and get it off of him, as Matt Phillips now on the wing. We've run past him, Dominic Thompson, haven't we? They've put it in the middle into Diengana, and it's a good tackle, that, Callum Doyle. A chance if they got the shot off, as Pritchard drills that across to Jack Hunt, and Jack Hunt to just run with the ball right here. He's got men in the middle, he's got a man outside of him, but he opts for Ross Stewart. Ross Stewart on the turn, hits that one out to the fullback, Dominic Thompson on the overlap. Can we just cross this to the edge of the box? There we go, got a man waiting in Hunt. And that header is very poorly timed. That should have been a goal. Should have been hit with a lot more power, in my opinion. As now we have the ball right here with Smith, Corey Smith, giving it to the side of him into Josh Bowler, who does eventually cut back round, and Smith to give it into Pritchard. Pritchard through the middle onto Stewart right here. As can we get this man on the right hand side? We're playing very well at the moment. Since, of course, going 1-0 down, we've got ourselves back into it and could have more, but Kipre in the way. Alex Pritchard trying to overlap, but it is another corner. You can see the fight in the boys in this one. As why not go for the same ball again? Ross Stewart peeling off Kipre, goes for a header. Matt Phillips away this time, but we'll head this back in with Pritchard. Ross Stewart onto Callum Doyle, the centre-back, and it's just wide. We're honestly not doing that bad at all, as I have just committed a bad foul, though. It's definitely going to be a yellow card. Definitely with that fan reaction as well, as it's Carlon Grant dribbling with the ball. Gives it into Pedrinho on the angle, and how is he scoring from there? Lee Burge, you have been good this season for me, don't get me wrong, but that is calamitous goalkeeping. When you're in a position near the bottom of the league and you just want to get something out of the game and your goalkeeper's being this terrible, it's really hard to think about him being the first choice next season. Look at that. He's talking, the commentary talking about should the keeper be beaten. There is no chance he should be. How is he not saving it? Alex Mowat picking up an injury as well, as we've got 1 minute of this first half left. Can we just try and put the pressure on them right here? Come on, team press. As it's going to be half time. Yes, it is. Straight away. 2-1 to West Brom. Do they deserve it? No. I'd say we might have just edged that half. With our attitude after the goal, we were really, really, really good, but got nothing from it. So I'm going to put Elliot Embleton on, keep Ross Stewart on because he's actually doing well this game. Pritchard's on a yellow card. We need to try and get a point at least, just to guarantee us safety. As Matt Phillips running down the wing right here as well. He's past Dominic Thompson in the middle. Callum Doyle trying to get a block in. It's an easy pass in the middle. Diengana with the rebound. It's 3-1 straight away, so it's not a good start to the second half at all. I mean, the keeper, Lee Burge, did okay that time. Still took his time getting up, but you don't blame him, he's 30. Why didn't the defenders react? Look at this, it's squeezed in. Still, Callum Doyle and Dominic Thompson between them should have stopped that. Saved. But why number 26? Think it's Bailey Wright. How he does not block that, I will not know. We've got no fighters, no one throwing the body at that to try and block it. So that's something I'm going to take into next season. Get a couple of nitty-gritty players who can try and stop that from happening. As Luke 09 out to the fullback right here. Jack Hunt into Elliot Embleton. Going to try and spin away, not really spun fully though. Jack Hunt giving it back to Elliot Embleton. Here we go, we're going to try and move forward. Embleton squeezes a pass through to Jack Hunt right here, and Jack Hunt's going to try and whip one into that middle area. Sami Ajayi and Kipre though have been fantastic when we've attacked. That could have been something, as Pedrinho, the goal scorer, has actually gone off for them. I thought you were their best player. As now Carlon Grant into Lucas V, the replacement, now onto Grady Diangana as Diangana, that's a good one too. Out to the wing now, Carlon Grant. Need to get that away, please. Hunt, he doesn't do so. And now they're kind of in the middle. Can we get a blocking right here? Hunt just whack that. Or chip it. Either way, as Stewart with a terrible header. And they have the ball back. It's into Carlon Grant. Into Diangana. And what a goal that one is. We are getting utterly thrashed. And this is very, very bad for the goal difference. If Wednesday win, Middlesbrough win, goal difference in doubt. That was honestly terrible. This, I mean, if it wasn't that close already, this game would prove that we deserve relegating. Shocking. And Phillips with the ball right here. He gives one off to the side into Lucas V as he turns us right. There's still 20 minutes to go. We've got to try and think about stopping them scoring, because if they get more, they'll just even further fly away. You can see they want playoffs more than we want Championship League football. Oh my days. There's Luke 09. He's going to pass one around this corner to Smith. Smith into Stewart. Stewart hooks one out to the wing into Elliot Embleton and backheel that. Right, now into Hunt. Back to Elliot Embleton. Look at the speed. He's got good acceleration as Elliot Embleton. He's a player I definitely want to see next season play well as Stewart. Could not get there ahead of Semi Ajayi. He is a giant of a centre-back. As Swansea have beaten, well, they're not beaten, but they are beating Middlesbrough 2-0. And Alex Scott said the celebrations have started, so that's a very, very good thing for us. Still, I wish we would have won here. It doesn't really change my attitude a bit more. It makes me relieved, but not happy, if you know what I mean. It's been a horrific performance from us. Nothing forgives that, as now Valley running around this corner. He's got Stewart in the midfield, but he's got someone at the edge of the box. It's going to Stewart. It went in between both of them. The keeper didn't even get it, but at least they can clear. Their defenders are switched on, unlike ours. And Lee Burge, of course, well, their keeper didn't make a mistake like Lee Burge did and drop it immediately, as now Darragh O'Shea into, well, Stewart right there as Elliot Embleton. We might as well go for a crack here. Pritchard, turn. Oh, I was going to whack that. But the game's over. It's very disappointing. I can hear a lot of boos, which, to be fair, the team deserve. But will this team be here fully next season? After that, I'd definitely say no. As the most important thing, though, is what we see next. Where are we? We are 20th, the highest we could finish, and we are safe. We will have Championship football next season. Relief. I'm doing that, but it's only relief. I am definitely not happy with how the team's performed since I've come in. We've got more wins than we did at Nottingham Forest. Well, in the short amount of time we've basically got. If we would have had longer, we would have had as many wins. But we've done well for wins. But in terms of games we've lost to Hull. We were behind at Cardiff. We've not done very well. We drew to Middlesbrough, who were almost going down. Yeah, it needs to improve. As 12 wins, 10 draws, and 24 defeats. Of course, I was not there for all of them. Joint bottom, in fact. Goal difference in the league with Sheffield Wednesday. That has to change. That tells us about our defence and goal scoring. 42 goals. I think that's the lowest. Is it the... We've been lowest on goals scored and highest on goals conceded. I did not know that. That tells me we need a striker and a couple of defenders. That definitely does. As I said I wasn't gonna, but I am going to review the team that's going to go into next season, as I've got the tournament prize money. We'll have 8.4 million if we get given all of that for next season. Plus, well, it should be plus 4.15, so I think that's enough money to rebuild this team. It might not be as strong as the Forest rebuild that we had, of course, but I don't want to spend all that money and do what we did with Forest. So we're going to go to the squad hub and talk about the players. Lee Burge needs to change that role to backup because he's definitely not important. Patterson's definitely not important. Kearney's definitely not important. I think I need to get them two new contracts with lower roles as Dominic Thompson. Crucial, yeah, I'll go for that now. I'll replace the... Excuse me again. I'll replace the players around him for now, but I still could maybe see him getting replaced. Kirkin... It's not important. Everyone's on important roles. Kirkin I do want to keep here. His contract's actually running out, but I do want to keep him. Hume, don't mind leaving. Niall Huggins the same. Bailey Wright, Callum O'Doyle. These two definitely want to stay, and we'll get rid or maybe keep Zilmaj and get definitely another centre-back with Hunt. We'll need a new right-back to go behind him, but we'll keep him for now. 09. Actually, no, do we keep Hunt? Yeah, we might as well. He's only got 2 months on his contract, but we'll sign him up again as 09. Corey Evans, I want to stay. Dan Neal, I don't care about. Ellis Taylor, maybe a loan. maybe get rid of him. I'm thinking loan because it's already sporadic. As Corey Smith, Carl Winchester, Alex Pritchard, Elliot Embleton, I all want to keep. Winchester being a good rotational. Josh Hawkes, maybe a loan, maybe a permanent. He's got a rotational. Josh Bowler and Jack Diamond, I want to keep. Valley, I want to keep. Kim Bumper, I think I want to sell, or Kim Pioka, whatever his name is. And then Ross Stewart and O'Brien. I don't know where they're going to be because I definitely need a new starting striker. If any of them wants to stay back up, I don't mind it. As contracts, I'm going to sign Jack Hunt, Corey Smith, Luke 09, Kirkin, Diamond. I actually might release Aidan O'Brien and Ellis Taylor. No, I'll keep O'Brien. He's under 30 actually. But I will release Ellis Taylor. I don't think he's done enough. However, going to do a contract for Jack Hunt, I actually can't. I've only just agreed a new contract. Maybe he just wanted to be here for a year. Okay, can we do one for Corey Smith? We can't, so these two might actually be leaving. Maybe the free agents just come in for a little bit, which to be fair I can see as a bit realistic, so I'll let that be as long as it lets me sign the others up, as it does. As Luke 09 has agreed, but he's only agreed for a year, so you can see the skepticality in players. And Dennis Kirkin and Jack Diamond and the other guy, who was it? It was O'Brien, have signed, so it will be Ellis Taylor, Corey Smith and Jack Hunter we lose. But to be fair, they are 32-year-old and it's a lot of the wage budget. Speaking of, I've noticed a lot of players out on high wages here. You can see Luke 09 and Pritchard, the highest with 9 and 8k. That's less than we had on some of the Paris players when we were in the second league de Uber Eats or whatever it is. Yeah, the second division of France. That's poor to see how low we paying players, but hopefully we can step it up with a bigger budget. And yeah, I think that's about it now for what we've done right here. He's really happy that he can see the value he brings to the squad, Luke 09. It's good to sign the captain up. As can we actually offer them contracts now? Because it's just come back with another message. If we can, that's perfect. Can we? We can't still, right? So they're going to be leaving. There's nothing I can do about it, as scout reports are coming in, but you'll have to wait until next episode. Keep suggesting yourself, guys, though, to see who, of course, we bring in. As thank you guys for watching Season 2. Season 3 is right around the corner. So like, comment, share, and subscribe with the notification bell as well so you do not miss an episode. And I will see you all for that very soon. Take care in a bit. See you all later. Peace.